All right, anyway, let's get to the YouTube thing. And I'll just say ahead of time, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. All right, so several of you that have been part of the show or I've talked to years ago, because YouTube's been a thing for quite a while, and it was like, we should get on YouTube, get the show on YouTube. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that because, and I think all of you already know this, YouTube can just decide willy-nilly to remove your channel. And that's exactly what happened to us. It happened to us last Tuesday during our roundtable. Take your ride to the next level, especially when you're taking the kids, because whether it's a pre-game or postseason, we say bring it. To every practice, to every scrimmage, to the muddy cleats and the dirty seats. Keep the cleats out of the seats, please, people. And if you want to keep your ride clean, your equipment dry, and your guest happy, we'll turn your vehicle into a game changer, because if you're ready to bring your A game, you better bring a truck that is up for the challenge. Real truck. Bring your truck to life. Hi-de-ho, Jeepers. And I guess you don't have to be a Jeeper to listen or watch this show. It just got a little bit more difficult to watch this show, and I'll be talking about that here in just a minute. Yeah, well, a little YouTube issue that we've had, and you may have noticed this if you've gone to look at some of our past videos or even the most current ones. You're not going to find the Jeep Talk Show channel on YouTube any longer. So stick with us and find out why that is. All right, Jeep fans, buckle up. Here is the latest buzz in the Jeep world as of April 2025. First up, Jeep's bringing back the Cherokee, or at least something close to it. Boy, how well we know, for 2026. This new SUV slot between the Compass and Grand Cherokee, built on Stellantis STLA large platform. I still am. I never looked that up. STLA is the what do you call it? The stock name, or whatever it's called. The little short thing, like Tesla, TSLA. I know that one because I'm a stockholder. I like to say that not because I own stock, but just so you'll know whenever I'm talking, like butterflies and green skies and blue grass. That I'm a stockholder when I'm talking about Tesla in a fanboy way. All right, well, spy shots show a rugged, modern design on the Cherokee with gas, hybrid, and maybe even electric options down the road. Word is it might not keep the Cherokee name. Oh, that's interesting. I wish they hadn't done that to start with, frankly, because it sullied my Cherokee's name. Stellantis trademark Sunchaser and Convoy, so we'll see if that sticks. Convoy? Oh, I don't know. Sunchaser? I guess. I mean, Sunchaser sounds better than Convoy. You guys remember no, nobody does. I think it was 1978 movie Convoy with Chris Christopherson, who recently passed away. Yeah, that was the big thing. If you were alive back then, I was barely alive. I was still in my teens, but yeah, I remember how big CB got. It got so big they made a movie about it. Actually, I think they made a few movies about CBs back then. You got to give the public what they want. It was so funny when it got really popular. You could tell the people that were coming on to the CB had no idea what they were doing. There was a lot of how about a radio check, or how about a 1036, which I believe, if I remember right, is what time is it? And that they got a CB. They were excited about it. They wanted to talk. They didn't know what to say. They just got on there and said the things to irritate the hell out of everybody that had been on the CB for a while. So anyway, Sunchaser sounds pretty good. We'll see. I don't know. Convoy has a different type of meaning for me. Although convoys to EJS are pretty cool, especially whenever you're talking to everybody on GMRS, not CB. All right, the Jeep Recon EV is coming in hot. I don't think they were talking about a battery fire there, but they could be. Set to launch by late 2025 this year. Think Wrangler vibes, but fully electric. Oh, I don't think there's any Wrangler vibes in this thing. I really don't. With off-road chops to match. Jeep dropped pre-production pics recently showing a trail-rated Moab trim, and it's got folks hyped after a Super Bowl ad with Harrison Ford. Still haven't seen that yet. I didn't watch the Super Bowl, and I have not seen that. I've not seen that the Super Bowl ads. Frankly, I'm surprised I didn't see them pop up on YouTube. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right place. All right, some chatter suggests a hybrid version might join the mix, but either way, it's Jeep's big push to electrify the trails. I wonder if we're going to see that continue. I think the electrification is waning a bit with the new administration. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not going to come back with a vengeance in 4 years, depending on who's elected. I mean, it really doesn't matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat. A different leader may have a different idea about what they want to do. So, this has to be very frustrating for businesses, because every 4 years, and then making plans, including hiring people. Do you want to make a big hiring right before an election because you don't know how it's going to turn out? So, yeah, I don't know. It's when you have somebody in there that sucks, or somebody you don't like, you like the 4 years. If you get somebody in there that you do like and is doing a good job, 4 years isn't long enough, or 8 years isn't long enough. So, not a big Clinton fan for a lot of reasons, but Clinton's economy was quite good, as I recall. All right, so on the flip side, Stellantis is hitting some bumps. New U.S. tariffs have forced them to pause production at plants in Windsor, Canada, and Toluca, Mexico, where they build the Jeep Compass and Wagoneer S. That has led to 900 layoffs at 5 U.S. facilities, which stings for workers and could delay Compass updates. Stellantis is rethinking its strategy, so North America Compass fans may have to wait longer for the redesigned model promised for 2026. All right, this is a cool upbeat story. Moab's Easter Jeep Safari running April 12th, just a couple of days from now, to the 20th, and Jeep never disappoints. They are rolling out 7 wild concepts, all based on Wranglers and Gladiators. Standouts include the Jeep Convoy, Bug Out 4xe, and I like saying 4xe. I read it literally, but anyway, I know it's 4xe because Jim very nicely corrected me on that. Jim Morrison. And Wrangler 4xe Rubicon Sunchaser, rocking retro paint and crazy mods. No Wagoneer S or Recon this year. I think that's smart. They leaned hard into accessorizing the classics, showing off what possibilities with Jeep parts catalog. Finally, those who love a splash of color, Jeep has added Juice, Joose, a vibrant orange. Okay, I see what they're doing there. To the 2025 Wrangler and Gladiator lineup. It's bold nod to spring, perfect for turning heads on the trail or the street. And that's the Jeep rundown. What do you all think? Excited for Cherokee's return? No. I'm sorry. Or the Recon's EV stealing your heart? As I recall, the Recon EV is a pretty cool looking Jeep. It's just initially, they say EV. Initially, it was going to be only electric. Then there was rumbles about electric, hybrid, and internal combustion engine. So that would be the determining factor for me. Certainly not an off-road rig. Stick with the Wrangler or the Gladiator if you want an off-road rig. And I think you could argue that even though I have a Gladiator, I think you could argue that your safest bet for an off-road rig, highly modifiable off-road rig, would be the Wrangler. All right, and let's keep that Jeep wave going. Do you Jeep wave? Do you Jeep wave to a Gladiator? Would you Jeep wave to a Recon? So some people would. They Jeep wave to Renegades, and I'm not talking about the one based on the CJ. All right, so floor liner showdown. Husky liners, weather beaters versus Weston SureFit. In the realm of automotive accessories, namely interior protection, one of the products that stands out above the rest in style and functionality, floor liners are a must-have for any addition to a vehicle, especially heavy-duty pickup trucks, like the personal 2008 Dodge Ram 2500. Though nearing 2 decades in service and 8 years in Real Truck's possession, the truck is in immaculate condition. They have always maintained it as such. Between daily drives, duties, and routine hauls, they aim to keep the truck's interior and exterior clean and orderly. When initially shopping for floor liners, they settled for a set of Weston Wade Sure-Fits for the front universal WeatherTech mats for the rear. However, they never have been fully satisfied with the aesthetics, fit, or functionality. For this reason, an upgrade was in order to replace the dated Westons. They settled for a set of Real Trucks Husky liners, weather beaters, front and rear liners, and couldn't be happier. So in this guide that I'm telling you about here is they are taking you through firsthand experience of both products and observable benefits of the new Husky liners, including ease of installation, aesthetics, fits, and finish, among others. Stay tuned for a comprehensive comparison of the Husky liners, weather beaters, and Weston's Sure-Fit floor liners. This, of course, is Real Truck's blog over at realtruck.com/blog. Just search for Floor Liner Showdown Husky liners, weather beater versus Weston Sure-Fit. Boy, it just rolls right off the tongue. And you can read the full blog entry right over there.
From the mind of Nikki G.
Hey, this is Nikki G, and if your Jeep cranks but don't start, it might be a condition problem, so you should check to see if your Jeep has spark. Easy way to do it is just pull a spark plug cable off your spark plug and stick a screwdriver in it. And you ground that to a piece of metal and you should see it spark. Not very reliable. They have fancy tools like this thing here that you just plug in here and you plug it into your spark plug and it'll light up when it sparks. I don't like this because it doesn't tell you how strong your spark is. This thing is the bomb. You could adjust it so you can see how far it arcs and what kind of spark you get. You just put it in your spark plug thing, hook it to a ground, and you're good as gold. But, you know, $10, it's just another thing to keep up with. Easiest thing to do is when you change your spark plugs, throw an old one in the back of your Jeep, and then you just plug it in, stick it on your valve cover, and you'll see it spark. But if you don't have a spark plug, easiest thing to do is just stick your tongue in it.
No, I knew that was coming.
Somebody turn the key, and that'll tell you if you got spark. If you have a dim-witted friend,
kids, don't try this at home,
whose name might rhyme with Ricky D, you can probably talk them into doing it. They like to. I ain't gonna go there, but that's not what I'm calling. I'm calling to tell you that a corn farmer was arrested yesterday. Yeah, he was charged with stalking. It was a long road to get there, but we're here. All right, boys and girls, I'll chat you later. Have a good one. Bye.
Wow, we had a tech tip from Nikki G. That's really cool. I haven't messed with any kind of spark issues in a long time, and that's good. I think that the spark issues could always be a bad cable, or it could even be a bad coil if you have a vehicle with a coil. I know my 98 Cherokee has a coil, and I have had well, I say it was a coil. I guess technically it is. It looks like a big transformer. I remember driving home and it cutting out and then starting and continuing on. I mean, I was on the highway and it was so strange because the engine just stopped running momentarily for a fraction of a second. And I had no idea what was going on. It happened 2 or 3 times and then it finally just died. And had to get a tow home. So kids, don't let this happen to you. If your engine's cutting out on you and you've got a coil with over 200,000 miles on it, it might be time to replace it. It's easy to replace and they're not very expensive. Frankly, I'm surprised that they don't double up on those things on critical things like that you could have 2 of them and then when one went out, the other one may function a little longer. All right. Anyway, let's get to the YouTube thing. And I'll just say ahead of time, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. All right. So, several of you that have been part of the show or I've talked to, years ago, because YouTube's been a thing for quite a while. And, it was like, we should get on YouTube. We should get on YouTube, get the show on YouTube. And I'm like, nope, I don't want to do that because, and I think all of you already know this. YouTube can just decide willy-nilly to remove your channel. And that's exactly what happened to us. It happened to us last Tuesday during our roundtable. And in retrospect, it was kind of a dumb move on my part. I just liked the idea of making sure that people knew about our roundtable and that they could join. I love the idea of people just joining in through the Zoom meeting that we have and being part of the show and getting on the show and just having a conversation with Jeep people and Jeep Talk Show listeners. So I think the problem is that I didn't realize just how serious shenanigans, and not my shenanigans, but how serious shenanigans would be handled or viewed by YouTube. So what we had was we had a situation where, and this happened about 2 weeks ago, and nothing happened about it, but we had somebody come in on the Zoom meeting, and the Zoom meeting is open to everyone. I mean, it has a password, but we share the password with everybody. The password's Jeep, and all lowercase. And and if you don't know, we have a roundtable episode that is published on Wednesday. We recorded on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and everybody joins in through a Zoom meeting, and it's real easy to join. Just jeeptalkshow.com/roundtable, and then when you're prompted for a password, the password is Jeep. Okay, so anyway, it's open to everyone, and I like that. We want it to be open to everyone. Well, that also means that shenanigans can occur. People can come in with ill intent, or they're just there to mess things up. All right, so it happened a couple of weeks ago, and it took us about 15, 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds to figure out how to kick them off, because we just never have any issues. And they were showing porn on the Zoom, and of course the Zoom thing switches to whoever is talking. So they were spamming the audio, and then they were spamming with the video. It wasn't a share. There was no shared screen. It was them just having their video, like you would see a face in Zoom. This was porn. So we got rid of them. I thought it was kind of funny, and we got rid of them, and it was over and done with. So come in about I don't know, like I said, 2 weeks down the road, this past Tuesday, and it turned out, and I don't know if it's the same people or not, but it was the similar type of porn that was shown the other time. So, but this time I knew exactly what to do. So I quickly went into the Zoom control and moved them into the waiting room, which stopped the stream of video coming from their feed into the Zoom meeting. And then I turned on the waiting room for everybody, so you would not get in. You couldn't come in straight into the Zoom meeting. You had to go into the waiting room, and I don't always keep an eye on it. And Steve O was actually on his way. Who's our normal co-host? He was on his way to early EJS, so he wasn't monitoring the people that were connecting. So somebody connected, and they had this name, a full name, and then it said Jeeps spelled with multiple S's, and I went, that's them coming back in. I just know it's them coming back in. And I waited for a little while, and I went, I want everybody to be able to join, so on the outside chance that this isn't somebody, that this isn't those people or that person, I'm going to let them in. And yeah, the shenanigans started up again, and even quicker. I think that whenever I put them in the waiting room the first time, it was less than 15 seconds. I think it was probably more like 5 or so. But anyway, I don't know for sure. And I can't review it because we weren't recording, and the YouTube channel is no longer up. Anyway, so I went downstairs to get a cup of coffee because from 7:30 to 8, it's just the what we call the pre-party. And people talk and have fun. And before the non-fun starts, I'm just kidding. Before the show starts, recording at 8 p.m. So I go downstairs, get some coffee. I come back up. The live is no longer live. The Jeep Talk Show YouTube account is no longer a YouTube Jeep Talk Show account. It was literally removed, terminated with prejudice by YouTube, by Google, in less than 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. So my theory is that there was the attack on the YouTube Live, and I think that's specifically why they were doing it, is because of the YouTube Live. And I think then they reported it to YouTube. It might just be a conspiracy theory, but I think that they were specifically attacking the Zoom meeting, specifically attacking the Jeep Talk Show. So I appealed YouTube's decision. The appeal that said it might take a couple of days. Well, they thought long and hard, and within about an hour, they came back and said, nope, appeal denied. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? I got all these videos out there. We've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of things. The videos have really improved, I think, of the quality and the editing and just the whole nature of the thing. This is just sad. Now, we weren't making any money off of YouTube. There was nothing where I was planning that we were going to make any money off of YouTube. It certainly wasn't in the business plan. It's great advertising. It's a great place to learn about the show. It's a great place. It's a great way to listen to the show, on your Fire TV, if your TV's in the shop, or you just do it at your home. It's a much easier way than trying to listen to the audio only thing. Although there's many ways you can do it, but I can understand it's easy. And that's what you want to do for your audience. You want to make it easy for them to consume your content. So anyway, I thought about it and I went, well, this has happened to some conservatives that I've seen on YouTube. It's happened in the past. So what do? They start up a new YouTube channel. So I went to start up a new YouTube channel. I think it was Jeep Talk Show dash new. I know, lots of clever thinking there. And I was going through the process of getting things going again. And one of the things you have to do is you have to apply for advanced features. And advanced features is videos longer than 15 minutes. So no big deal. Went through that process. It's really simple. And they came back and said, nope, sorry, you have been banned from YouTube, and your account may be removed as well. And I was like, okay, maybe. That doesn't mean it will be. So maybe I should just give it up. Now, we do have a Rumble account, and as I like to say, that's where the losers go. And when I say losers, there's some good people over at Rumble. But when I say losers, I mean the people that YouTube has turned away, has canceled their account. So I was like, well, I got a Rumble. I haven't been keeping up with it. We'll just start putting things on Rumble. And when I embed the video on our xjtalk.com website, I'll just embed the Rumble video, and we'll be done with YouTube, and it's fine. I mean, and I don't blame YouTube. The only thing I would like to, because there was adult content put out over YouTube's live feed, and they're well within their right. No shoes, no service type situation. I'm not saying they're wrong. I just think that it's kind of sad that they don't work with the creator to find out what happened and why it's not going to happen again. It's not like we intended to put adult content out on YouTube Live. And the simple solution was we just weren't going to do YouTube Live anymore for the Zoom meetings. If there was a Zoom meeting, unless I could find something else like in Zoom where you could actually put I don't know if you guys remember the 7-second delay button where you could call into a radio station and they had it on a delay. So if you said something or they wanted to not have it go out on the air, because the FCC would fine the radio stations for the content. It was up to the radio station to make sure that content wasn't put out on the air. So if I could find something like that with Zoom or some of the video processing software I use here, if there was a way that I could put a big red button and I had a certain amount of time to slap that button and all the video would go off. I had visions of like a robot that had pulled its plug out of the wall and is looking like, oh crap, what did I do? That standard music. You've seen some stuff like on The Simpsons and stuff. I think it'd be pretty funny. But anyway, not going to have that chance. So we're not on YouTube anymore. And then I remembered that we had a YouTube channel. It's been there for forever. For XJ Talk, we were doing the original podcast was the XJ Talk show, and I had created a YouTube video called XJ Talk, and YouTube channel called XJ Talk, and it was there, and it had 1,270 or 1,266 subscribers, and we have not used it in years. So many of you may not know this. xjtalk.com-llc is the name of the company that the Jeep Talk Show belongs to. So I thought, well, I'll just use this. Now, I don't know how long it's going to last. Are we going to get like, let's leave them alone, they've suffered enough? Or are we going to get that little bastard's trying to get around the rules. Let's make an example of him. I'm waiting for because I got Google on my phone. I'm waiting for my phone to stop working, with all the Google stuff that's on there. And you got to ask yourself, is this the kind of world that you want? Is the fear of porn with a channel with an explicit rating? I mean, I didn't want porn going out, but it's easy enough to take down the video. It's easy enough to edit the live video to remove the porn. And of course you can look and see how many people were watching at the time of it. And I don't know what the legal ramifications are for YouTube. It's the internet, so I don't think they have any legal ramifications as far as the FCC is not going to come after them. I don't think there's any internet board that is going to fine them. I think it's just YouTube's policy, and it feels like a zero tolerance policy, and that just doesn't seem like good business. And the thing I think that bothers me the most is I think we were within less than 50 subscribers of hitting 9,000 subscribers. We had increased our subscribers by over 5,000 subscribers in the last 28 days. And I'm telling you guys, it was just fun going and checking them numbers and watching them jump up. Really, they were really jumping. So to whoever it was, there's a snail's chance that they're listening to this. But to whoever it was that was trying to get the Jeep Talk Show YouTube taken down, you got it taken down, but we weren't making any money off of it. We still have places that we can go with our videos. We can go to YouTube, and of course we can go to Rumble, and there's some other places out there, I believe, that we could put up our videos. So it's just not as cool, as popular as what YouTube is. So anyway. If you're interested in resubscribing to the Jeep Talk Show, you can do that by going to jeeptalkshow.com/YT, as in YouTube, just like it was before, except this time it'll take you over to the XJ Talk channel. And xjtalk.com-llc, and I'm pumping up the videos over there. So there's some of the most recent videos, the most recent episodes that we've done. They're up there, and if YouTube says goodbye, they'll say goodbye, and we will continue on. I don't think there's a lot that anybody can do to get rid of the Jeep Talk Show, other than not listen or not watch. So you can still watch, you can still listen. Nothing that didn't bother us at all as far as keeping the show coming out, and it's just sad. It is an amount of work that has been done, and it's not wasted work because we still have the videos, we still have the shows, we still have the episodes, and it's kind of a fresh start. So maybe it's a good thing, but we're going to continue on. We hope that you will continue watching us. I'm certainly you'll continue to listen to us. Oh, and I did want to mention really quick. I think, and maybe I read this someplace. I think Spotify, which is an app that allows you to listen and watch a podcast, I think Spotify is taking a run at YouTube. Spotify, I've been very impressed, and it was before YouTube got on my shit list. That I've been very impressed with Spotify. They have a really nice app for the phone, at least for the Android. And I'm sure the iPhone is just as good. But you can literally subscribe to the Jeep Talk Show on Spotify, and you'll be notified whenever there's a new episode, and you can listen to that episode, but on the app without doing anything but pressing a button. You can switch from the audio only to the audio video, so you can watch the show on Spotify. And and then you can switch back, and it doesn't take seconds. It just seamlessly switches to the video. And it's a wonderful app to do that, because it's even better than YouTube, because YouTube, you get to watch it. You don't have to watch it, but if you're on YouTube, you have to put up with, the commercials unless you're paying them, and so on and so forth. Spotify, we have embedded commercials that you'll hear, but as far as Spotify showing you commercials, that doesn't happen. So, everybody should be able to make some money on their work, just like what we're trying to do by having advertisers. But I think it's better. I think it's better than YouTube. Now, as far as watching it on your TV that you've got in your garage, and watching it while you're working on your vehicle, that would be a little more difficult without YouTube. But you can still do that. You just need to subscribe to our new channel. And again, you just go to xjtalk.com/YT, as in YouTube, lowercase y, lowercase t, and subscribe there. And or if you like, you can just go to youtube.com/@xjtalk. And I think it'd be pretty funny if we were approaching 9,000 subscribers for the now defunct YouTube channel, Jeep Talk Show YouTube channel, and then all of a sudden, boom, within a month or two, we were at 10,000 or more. So I'll be talking more about this, about Spotify, and about our new YouTube channel, until they take that one down too. They said that this account may be removed. So if the account's removed, all the YouTube channels that I've created, including the XJ Talk one, will be removed. And it's a little sad. It's like you're being rejected by a company that you're saying, you're not good enough. You're not good enough for us to even consider what happened, that it wasn't your intent. Certainly our fault, certainly my fault. But so I'm not arguing at that point. You have to take responsibility, I firmly believe. But it just seems strange to me that they don't even entertain the idea of, well, tell us what happened and tell us why it's not going to happen again. And you got a strike. One more strike, you're out. That type of thing. That's what I would expect. But we haven't had any issues. And I think we've had that channel since 2014. So that's a long time of no problems. And then just to rip that thing and hit that button, hit that delete key, and it's gone. So, anyway, you'll see some changes over at the XJ Talk YouTube channel. Trying to make it get it up to speed where we were on the Jeep Talk Show channel. And like I said, we'll see how long it lasts there. All right, well, did this Jeep Talk Show get your engine roaring? Show us some love by dropping a 5-star rating and a blazing review. Not blazing as in the fire we had at YouTube. Fired on your go-to podcast platform. I think it should be Spotify. Check out Spotify and check out the Jeep Talk Show there. Look for the icon that is the orange background with the Jeep Talk Show logo. That's the one that you can watch, listen to the episodes and watch the episodes on. So keep the adventures rolling by hitting follow on social media and joining our newsletter for the hottest Jeep updates, unmissable events, and maybe some upcoming giveaways. Hey, got a burning question or a wild idea for our next episode? Fire it over to us at jeeptalkshow.com/contact. Thanks for cruising with us, and get ready for more thrilling journeys ahead.
Broadcasting since 2010.